We turn to Katie Glick. She's a senior political correspondent for McClatchy newspapers. Katie, thanks for joining us. A White House advisor told our Major Garrett that the revelations put out by Donald Trump Jr. about the meeting, he called this equivalent to a Category 5 hurricane. What do we still need to know about this encounter?
Hey, well, great to be with you. There are a lot of unanswered questions about this encounter. You can kind of take your pick, ranging from, had this Kremlin-linked lawyer that ended up meeting with Donald Trump Jr. and other campaign officials, had she in fact been able to provide that damaging information, what would he have done with it? What would the campaign have done with that? What would have been the next step there? Were there other meetings? Who else knew about this? And if there were other meetings, what kinds of other meetings? So certainly it is an issue that has managed to overshadow the president's last trip overseas. Of course, as you noted, he's on a different one now, and I think certainly looking to move forward beyond this news cycle concerning his son. But no question, it raises a lot of questions, and you're hearing concern from Democrats and Republicans who would like to get some more answers, including on Capitol Hill.
All right. So President Trump's nominee for FBI Director, Christopher Wray, testified yesterday, and he stressed repeatedly that the FBI needs to operate independently. What do you make of the situation that the possible new FBI director may be walking into?
Sure. Well, it's certainly a highly charged situation given the dynamics surrounding former FBI Director James Comey, and certainly you saw a lot of members of Congress and certainly others really wanting to hear from this possible new FBI Director that he would be independent, that if there were any efforts to influence possible investigations going forward, that he would really push back on that and ensure that he wouldn't be swayed on that front. Of course, this all comes in the light of what happened with James Comey, who of course says that he was pressured to sort of step back from investigations as they related to people around the Trump campaign.
So meanwhile, in Congress, they're trying to grind out, a new revised health care bill that lawmakers can vote on. Can we talk about the impact all of this is having on the president's agenda and, where that agenda is at this point?
Sure. Well, a lot of Republicans in Congress and around the country are very frustrated that they can't yet point to as many big legislative wins as they would like, and especially legislative priorities that the president promised. And so, you talk to people on Capitol Hill, operatives, a lot of them might suggest, especially privately, that kind of the ongoing drip nature of the Russia-related stories that kind of continue to engulf the White House from time to time, that every time there is a new development on that front, that ends up completely upending that legislative agenda on Capitol Hill. But of course, then there are many supporters of President Trump's around the country, kind of Republican Party activists, county chairs, etc., who fault Congress because they feel that Congress is not acting quickly enough to enact the president's agenda, especially on issues like health care reform. So we are getting kind of down to the wire here as we look at what may happen with this proposed health care bill, and you still have a lot of people kind of on all sides of this issue within the Republican Party struggling to reach consensus. So that is certainly something to watch, whether they're able to even agree to bring a bill to the floor to take a vote.
Yeah, right. Let's talk about that health care bill. We are told that it will be unveiled today. The hope for Mitch McConnell, anyway, is that that lawmakers will vote on it by next week. Do we know anything about this bill, how it's been tweaked to sort of bring the Republican Party together?
Well, certainly still waiting on the details and the language there. But what we do know is just how big the challenge was kind of going into this new process as it relates to getting kind of enough Republicans on board to move the process forward, because you have conservatives who felt that the bill didn't go far enough in repealing Obamacare. And so McConnell is trying to keep on board people like Ted Cruz, people like Mike Lee. Well, at the same time, there's a lot of moderate members who have big concerns about what a potential proposal could do to Medicaid and whether it might roll back expansion of Medicaid too quickly. That is something that has a big impact in a number of other states that are represented by perhaps more moderate members, Lisa Murkowski, for example, of Alaska. And so it's a really big challenge to try and figure out how to keep enough of that Republican coalition on board to move forward to a vote, much less to get something passed.
Katie Glick, thank you so much.
Great to be with you. Thank you.